We moved into the parish hall and we started doing more shows. We worked out of the parish hall, which is a small hall that obviously parish hall is a church hall, very old, over 100 years old. And we worked out of there for a number of years. And then in 2000, we built the theater after we had worked there for a time. And we still use the parish hall. It's an absolutely beautiful space, but we needed, I felt we really also, in order to expand, in terms of different kinds of shows, because the hall is a beautiful space, a very small space, so there were limitations in terms of the kinds of things we could do. So there was no building big enough, so we raised the money and built a building, built a theater, which is kind of theater. It's a multi-purpose space. It's right on the harbor, and it's back on the site of the original fishing premises that were there, which actually holds a lot of meaning for me because, you know, we're not recreating the fishery. I think what's happened to the fishery is the great tragedy of Newfoundland, but we're telling the stories of people who lived and worked in that industry. And we've rebuilt a building back on the very site where that was happening. So there's something kind of moving about that. And I think I always tell people who come to work for us, and young people, think about where you're working. Think about who walked here before you and what that meant. And a lot of young people tell me they learn more about Newfoundland history working as actors in Trinity than they ever did going to school or college. Because most of the plays are rooted, as I said, in the Newfoundland story. That's very important to me. That's the story that I ache to tell.